Rockstar Games just might have revealed when the next Grand Theft Auto Online update is going to be, and their parent company, Take-Two Interactive, might have also just revealed what that update is going to be like. We're going to be talking about all of that in this video today, and a whole lot more. So let's start with Take-Two Interactive, and this has to go back to their earnings call where they also talked about Grand Theft Auto 5 and GTA Online as well. Not everything was completely about Grand Theft Auto 6. They said, turning to the performance of our titles for the period, Grand Theft Auto 5 exceeded our expectations, and to date the title has sold more than 180 million units worldwide. As hardware supplies constraints receded, Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online adoption on the latest generation of platforms continue to grow. For the first 3 weeks of Grand Theft Auto Online's holiday update, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles grew to 14% of its audience penetration and 25% of its revenue penetration, up from 11% and 20% versus last summer's content update for the comparable period. And then they go on to talk about the introduction of the last dose missions, and they talk about all the things we already know about that they added, but they went on to say this: Los Santos Drug Wars introduced a phased approach to delivering high-value content, creating a much longer tail of sustained engagement in net bookings than we've seen in previous content updates. Additionally, GTA Plus, Rockstar's premium membership program, continues to perform well, driven by a positive response to monthly events since the launch of Los Santos Drug Wars. All right, so a couple things to look at there. Number one, it looks like going forward, Rockstar is going to be doing their, in quotes, multi-part updates, like what we saw with Los Santos Drug Wars, the first dose and the last dose. Now, this doesn't mean that it's going to be, quote-unquote, a two-part DLC, like Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1, and then Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2, where they're separate downloadable updates. It's probably just going to be all locked within one DLC that is released later on through the drip feed and the tunables. That's exactly what Rockstar did with Los Santos Drug Wars. They did it in two ways, obviously with splitting up the missions into parts, saving 5 or 6 for the last dose missions, but they also did so by really creeping out the drip feed stuff. They did this in a handful of ways. Not only did they not release cars as often as every week, but they also made some vehicles only available for a limited time, and then re-releasing them later on for a limited time. So it created this sort of idea of rarity and exclusivity if you had one of these cars, which means you would have to get on, buy it. Obviously, some people might end up spending shark cards to fund some of those vehicle purchases, and it allows Rockstar to extend out the content that they have locked away. I mean, if you think about it, we're basically still enjoying some of the Los Santos Drug Wars stuff, and it's basically the end of May, almost the start of June, and the update came out in December. So definitely keep that in mind. So it would not be shocking if whatever Rockstar does in the summer 2023 DLC update, it has a similar feel to it. It might not necessarily have like a first dose, last dose that kind of tied really well with the Drug Wars update, but there's definitely going to be a lot of drip feed. It is clearly very successful for Rockstar, and you know they're going to tie a lot of it to GTA Plus. Every single earnings call, they basically say how well GTA Plus is doing. So whether you like it or not, it certainly does look like GTA Plus is here to stay, and Rockstar is going to keep incorporating it in their updates as well. Now, speaking of GTA Plus, one interesting thing that happened the other day as Rockstar introduced their last event week is it looks like they made a little bit of a slip up. At the end of every Grand Theft Auto Online newswire, they sort of talk about GTA Plus, and for a moment in time, it said that Rockstar's GTA Plus event would now expire on June 12th, which is a Monday. So if you started thinking, you'd be like, that's interesting. If it ends on a Monday, the following day is a Tuesday, which is typically when we see Grand Theft Auto Online DLCs. So we were all thinking, okay, does this mean that the next Grand Theft Auto Online update is coming on June 12th? It certainly looked like all the signs were pointing in that direction, but then moments later, Rockstar changed it back to June 7th, which is what it's been all along. Now, I think this slip-up could have been a typo, or it could have been Rockstar accidentally squeezing out early that the summer update was going to happen on June 12th. which would be absolutely fantastic, or I guess June 13th, the following day. Now remember, in a previous newswire, Rockstar also said that we were going to hear about some service updates that could include some upcoming improvements to the game. It could be a full-fledged community update as well. There's a chance they talk about support for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One going away. It also could be a teaser summary article for GTA Online. Who knows what Rockstar has planned? And you might be thinking to yourself, isn't June a little bit early for an online update? Well, this could very easily be a completely different year for Rockstar. We don't know what they intend on doing regarding Grand Theft Auto 6's reveal and announcement, so we could end up seeing a shift in some of the normal patterns that they've done in previous years. Now, like I said earlier, Rockstar already changed it back to June 7th. This could be a mistake. It could be they jumped the gun. It's something that they're not certain on yet. Now, if Rockstar was going to release this update in June, this actually could be seen as good news because it could mean a slightly bigger amount of content on top of the usual content that would allow them to stretch it to what you would think the next update, and that would be December. Because if they are going to drag it out for 5 months, if it happened in June, it would need more content in order to get all the way to the end of the year. So just something to think about as well, that an earlier release might actually be good. And I would assume most of you guys that are watching this by now would be out of school, out of university. If you're at work, you might be enjoying a couple of days or a couple of weeks off. Let me know in those comments down below. I always remember getting out of school and university like in May, so June pretty much was always in the clear for me. But again, you guys can let me know what you think in those comments down below. And then it kind of makes you wonder, well, what is the theme of the update going to be? Rockstar really has a lot of different choices. I feel like there's a lot that has not been yet explored in Grand Theft Auto Online, whether it's opening up the Mile High Club, whether it's a Part 2 update for the contract that might feature a returning single-player character like Michael DeSanta. Who knows? Rockstar has a ton of choices. It might be mansions in the Vinewood Hills. It might be giant beach houses in Vespucci. If I remember correctly, though, the last time Rockstar did something like this, where they kind of changed around their GTA Plus dates, was to align something up for a future update, and that was the release of the Criminal Enterprises DLC. So it wouldn't be shocking if they were trying to do the exact same thing here, where they are trying to line up a GTA Plus event with the release of their new DLC, because when a new DLC comes out, it's a perfect opportunity for Rockstar to showcase and really lock a lot of the good content behind GTA Plus so they can entice more people to ultimately sign up for it. That wouldn't be surprising at all. And it'll be interesting to see if Rockstar shows off anything at Sony's PlayStation event that's going to be happening later on today, or even tomorrow on Thursday, when, of course, we're expecting a new Grand Theft Auto Online newswire. Hopefully, we'll get some sort of update from Rockstar. As always, if they do provide anything interesting or newsworthy, I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. But let me know in those comments down below what you think Rockstar is going to be doing regarding the next Grand Theft Auto Online update. Do you think it's going to be like Los Santos Drug Wars, where it kind of has a part 1 or a part 2? And when do you think it's going to come out? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.